Welcome to chemistry class. In this class we go with the topic class 12, or we can say second PUC topic, that is P block element. Actually in the second year we are learning about group 15, 16, 17 and 18. Group 13 and group 14 are present in the class 11, or we can say the first PUC. So P block element, totally we have these 5 groups: group 13 element, 14 element, 15 element, 16, 17 and 18 element. Groups 13 are boron family, 14 is carbon family, group 15 is nitrogen family, 16 is oxygen family, 17th group is called halogens, and group 18 is called as noble gases. But in the second year we discuss group 15, 16, 17 and group 18. Let us see the nitrogen family, or we can say group 15. So if you talk about the group 15 element, these are the 5 elements present in that group. First one nitrogen, then phosphorus, then arsenic, then antimony, then bismuth. So among these 5, nitrogen and phosphorus shows non-metallic nature. They are purely non-metallic. And arsenic and antimony, that shows metalloid, or we can say semi-metallic nature. And bismuth alone shows metallic nature. So this is about the basic properties of this group of 15 elements. So as that we can say that from nitrogen to bismuth down the group, metallic property goes on increases, or non-metallic property decreases. So down the group, it is observed that metallic nature increases. Metallic nature increases. Or in other words, non-metallic nature decreases, but metallic nature increases. And there are 2 reasons one can give. The first reason for this observation is due to increase of the size. Size increases down the group. Increase the atomic size. Increase of atomic size. That is the first reason. And the second reason is support for the atomic size. Decreases the ionization energy. From nitrogen to bismuth, ionization energy decreases. So decrease of the ionization energy. Decrease of ionization energy. So these are the 2 reasons that is responsible for the metallic nature increases down the group. Let us see the occurrence of this group of 15 elements. If you go for the nitrogen, around 78% of the nitrogen, that much volume is available or observed in our atmospheric air. Okay, 78% volume of nitrogen present in atmosphere. And then in case of a saltpeter form, in the form of sodium nitrate, that is called Chile saltpeter, near the sea region of Chile, where we find more extent. So sodium nitrate present, that is called Chile saltpeter. Similarly, nitrogen present in the form of a potassium nitrate. So in the Indian Sea region, so Indian saltpeter. And other than these 3, we can see the nitrogen in the form of protein in case of plants and also in case of animals. So this is about the occurrence of nitrogen. If you go for the phosphorus, normally it is present in ore called apatite, or mineral of apatite. So its general formula Ca9PO4 6 times CaX2. So Ca9PO4 6 times CaX2, where X may be either fluorine or a chlorine or a OH, hydroxide. Suppose if fluorine is present, then that will show Ca9PO4 6 times CF2, called fluorapatite. If chlorine is present, then chloropatite. If OH is present, then it is called hydroxyapatite. But the most important example is fluorapatite. That is one of the mineral or ore we can say for the phosphorus. And then a phosphoprotein in milk and egg. Phosphorus is present in the form of a phosphoprotein in milk, at the same time egg. And then the other 3 are arsenic, antimony and bismuth. They are maximum extent present in the form of a sulfide ore or a sulfide minerals. Sulfide ore or a sulfide minerals. The best example is if you go for the arsenic, it is present FeAs, called arsenopyrite. Then antimony present in the form of Sp2S3, called stibnite. Similarly, the bismuth present in the form of a Bi2S3, that is called bismuth glass. So in the form of a sulfide ore, these 3 elements are present. This is about the occurrence. Let us see some atomic properties of group of 15 element, that is nitrogen family. The first atomic property is electronic configurations. So here it is observed that almost all group of 15 element shows the same electronic configuration. So after noble gas we have NS2 NP3 configurations. So where N nothing but principal quantum number, shell number, NS2 NP3 configuration. If you clearly observe here, NS2 means 2 electron completely filled in S orbital, whereas in NP, P orbital, only 3 electrons are it is filled. So as a result, P3 state shows half filled configuration. Half filled configuration. So always remember, the half filled configuration shows extra stability. Extra stability. As a result, here it is observed that electronic configuration of a group 15 element and with NS to NP3 is a half filled configuration, shows extra stability. Okay, so 3 electrons, actually maximum electron can fill in p orbital is 6, but here only 3 are there. So this shows extra stability. Half filled configuration shows extra stability. So that is one important point with respect to electronic configuration. Next comes atomic radii and ionic radii. In general, we can say size. The first point is down the group. If you move from nitrogen to bismuth, down the group, size goes on increases. Size increases. The main reason here it is because of the electrons are added to the new shell. Okay, so electrons goes to the new shell. As the shell number increases, size increases. But if you increase the size, if you find that it is not completely continuous increase. So there is no steady increase, some here and there variations present. If you move from nitrogen to phosphorus, there is a sudden increase of the size. Nitrogen to phosphorus, size increases suddenly, whereas arsenic to bismuth at the end part, small increase of the size. Actually at the end, that means down the group, if you move down the group, the last element should show bigger size compared to the next biggest element. But here it is small increase taking place. That small increase taking place in the down the part is mainly because of presence of completely filled d and f orbital of the inner shell. So inner shell where some d electron, d orbital and f orbitals are completely filled. So because of the repulsions of the inner shell to the electron of the valence shell, there will be decrease of the little increase of the small increase of the size. So this is one of the important observation. Of course, in general, it is the size of increases. Let us see the third one important atomic property is ionization energy, or it is also called one more name, ionization potential. So here it is observed that down the group, ionization energy always it is decreases. Always decreases. There is a general trend, atomic property we can say. So that is mainly because down the group atomic size increases. That is the main reason. Size increases. Distance between the nucleus and valence shell electron increase. As that valence shell electron can be removed very easily. So because of the increase of the size, ionization energy decreases down the group. And here one important point, if you compare the ionization energy of a group of 15 element with the group of 14 element, it is important. The ionization energy of group 15 elements are extremely higher than the ionization energy of the group 14 element. Here it is first ionization energy. So group 15 element shows the first ionization energy is more than the group 14 element. So that can easily one can explain by writing electronic configuration. You know, group 15 element shows NS to NP3 configuration, but the group 14 shows NS to NP2 configuration. Look at it here, NS to NP3. P3 state nothing but a half filled configuration. Here P2 nothing but not a half filled configuration. So always remember the two reasons one can give here for the why ionization energy for group 15 is more. The first reason because of P3 state, half filled P3 configuration that will carry extra stability. And in order to remove electron from half filled configuration, we have to supply more energy. That is why ionization energy more. And another important reason is small size. Group 15 elements are showing some little smaller size. Across the period, size decreases. So smaller the size, more force of attraction between nucleus and valence shell electron, and in order to remove valence electron, extra energy needed. So because of these two reasons, group 15 element shows higher ionization energy compared to group 14 element. So this is the most important concept. The next comes successive ionization energy. So removal of first electron from the valence shell of isolated neutral gaseous atom be the first ionization energy. Removal of second electron from the cation, that is the second ionization energy, and removal of third electron from the previous another di-positive cation, that is nothing but third ionization energy. Here it is always, remember, third ionization energy is always more than the second ionization energy, that is more compared to first ionization energy. So this is about the variations in case of a ionization energy. Let us see the fourth atomic property of group 15 elements, that is electronegativity. Symbolic representation E dot N, electronegativity. So always remember, down the group, that is from nitrogen to bismuth, down the group electronegativity decreases. This is as usual periodic property. Down the group electronegativity decreases, and that is mainly because of the increase of the size, attraction of electron towards the nucleus in the bonded side is going to be less also. That is why down the group, because of increase of the size, electronegativity decreases. And another important observation is the comparison. So electronegativity of group 15 elements is always more than the group 14 elements. Okay, electronegativity of group 15 element is more than group 14 element, and that is mainly because for the group 15 element shows smaller in the size. So this shows small size because of the smaller the size of the group 15. In the covalent bonded region, tendency to attract the shared electron towards itself more observed. That is called electronegativity more for group 15 element. So these are about the atomic properties of group 15 element. Now we want to some of the important physical properties. So we have a list of physical property. The first one, almost all our group 15 elements in nature present in polyatomic state. More than one atom, existence with more than one atom. So if you go for nitrogen, it is present in Gen2 form, diatomic, and phosphorus P4 state, tetratomic, arsenic that will shows As4, tetratomic, antimony that will shows Sb4 type, that is what I say, tetratomic, and also bismuth shows tetratomic. That means here either diatomic or a tetratomic. In general, they exist in polyatomic state. That is the first part. The second part is nitrogen is gas. Of course, nitrogen present as N2 because of N triple bond N present. So that is in gaseous state, but all others are, if you go with P4, As4, Sp4, Vi4, all those other elements present in solid state. These are the most important strengths. So that is nitrogen is in gaseous state, all other elements are in solid form. The third one is, of course, metallic nature increases from nitrogen to bismuth. That means down the group, metallic nature goes down, increases. Another important property is boiling point and melting point. Remember, the boiling point increases down the group. That is from nitrogen to the bismuth, the boiling point increases, whereas melting point increases up to arsenic and decreases up to bismuth. That means up to middle of the group increase, thereafter decreases. So it is also that nitrogen, then phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, then bismuth. So here it is also that up to arsenic there is a increase of the boiling point. So boiling point increases up to it is arsenic. Then from arsenic to the bismuth, the boiling point slightly decreases taking place. So this is with respect to the important physical properties with respect to the group 15 element. Let us see the chemical properties in that first oxidation state. So here it is observed that the group 15 element shows commonly -3, +3 and +5 oxidation state. So -3, +5 and then +3 as a common oxidation state in its compounds. Okay. So -3, +3 and +5 are the common oxidation state. But other than that, nitrogen shows +1, +2 as well as a +4 oxidation state only when it is combined with oxygen as a more electronegative element. Okay. Look at that one example here. HNO2. This is called nitrous acid. Here it is present in +3 oxidation state. and after heating it will get converted to HNO3, nitric acid, NO, nitrogen monoxide, and water. So in nitric acid, its oxidation state is going to be +5, and here NO, here oxidation state is going to be +2. So +2 oxidation state also observed in this particular reactions. Okay, and here during reaction +3 oxidation state get converted to +5, and also +3 oxidation state get converted to +2. A middle oxidation state, +3 is the middle oxidation state. Between +5 and +2, +3 is the middle oxidation state. So middle oxidation state of nitrogen in that compound get converted to higher oxidation state and lower oxidation state. Then such reactions called redox reaction, and such redox reaction is called disproportionation reaction. Disproportionation reaction. Okay, a same element of a compound undergo both reduction and oxidation, nothing but disproportionation. Here +3 to +5 nothing but oxidation, and +3 to +2 nothing but reduction. So the middle oxidation state has got an ability to show, +3 oxidation state has got ability to show disproportionation nature. And other element, if you find phosphorus, it shows apart from this +1 and +4 oxidation state. Arsenic and antimony shows only one fixed oxidation state, +3 in the sulfide form, and bismuth shows a +5 oxidation state only with fluorine. But in other cases, it shows common oxidation state as a +3. Okay, but in the fluorine, bismuth shows bismuth pentafluoride as a +5 oxidation state. This is important. Bismuth shows its highest oxidation state of +5 only with fluorine in bismuth pentafluoride, but in other cases it shows +3 oxidation state. And here point is about their stability of -3, +3 and +5 oxidation state. So here it is observed that stability parameter, stability of oxidation state. So here it is observed that down the group from nitrogen to that of bismuth, down the group it is observed that stability of -3 oxidation state, stability of -3 oxidation state decreases. Stability of -3 oxidation state decreases. So your main reason are, there are two reasons one can give. The first reason is increase of the size. Size increases down the group. Size increases from nitrogen to that of bismuth. That is the first reason. The second reason is from nitrogen to bismuth, metallic nature increases. Increase of the metallic nature. So metallic nature increases. Again, from nitrogen to that of bismuth. So these two reasons make the stability of -3 oxidation state down the group decreases. This is the first point. The next point about remaining two oxidation state, +3 and +5. So here it is observed that down the group, regarding stability of +3 oxidation state increase. Stability of +3 oxidation state increases, whereas +5 oxidation state decreases. +5 oxidation state decreases. This is the most important. +3 oxidation state stability increase, whereas +5 oxidation state their stability decreases. And for both the same reason one can give. That reason is if you move from nitrogen to bismuth down the group, two electrons present in the valence shell, that is NH2, are not take part in bonding, difficult to remove. As a result, inert pair effect is operated. So main reason due to inert pair effect. A pair of electrons present in the valence shell s orbital not involved in bonding, that is called inert pair effect. So because of the inert pair effect, maximum down the group, especially in bismuth, it is more observed. And next highest goes to the antimony. And due to this inert pair effect, +3 oxidation stability increases, whereas +5 oxidation stability decreases. That is why the bismuth, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, it shows a higher oxidation state with respect to +3 only, due to the increase of the inert pair effect. So this is with respect to the stability factor for the oxidation state.